Lord above, things ain't been the same since the blues walked in our town. You wanted a milk run, 'cause you got that shotgun shine, shake my body, bone in the red sun, blue moon in your eyes. Wake up this morning, got yourself a gun, got yourself a gun, got yourself a gun. He gets stood up into by swearing whatever. That's a shot, scores! The water save! Adonaldo says no! The shot scores! Say debut, Mr. Mandu! Super Magic Impulsors! Another chance saved by BCB!
Incredible job by the Sooners. So much chaos in front of the net there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Arctic Edge Ice Arena, where we bring you Game 2 of this I-35 rivalry. Born on the prairie, baptized in blood, sweat, and tears. It's been a lopsided rivalry for quite some time. Last night was no different, as the Sooners fell 4-1. I'll let Amy Acevedo tell you more about that.
Yeah, last night the game looked pretty even throughout the first two periods, even going into the third, if I'm being honest. The Sooners struck early. Tristan Glass with that game-opening goal for the Sooners, and they took that lead into the second period, which then UCO got their opening goal around 30-something seconds into that second period. A little bit of a miss there by Forden going out of the net, trying to retrieve the puck, but a little bit of a miss on that, and then it was all UCO from there scoring. Kept it tight until about the third period, which is when we really saw some of the struggles for the Sooners that ultimately led to that loss.
Well, we'll get some more analysis ringside, where we have Elijah Lena and Darby McCormick sitting down there. Guys, how are you doing?
Yeah, Christian, thank you. You know, just touching a little bit on last game for you. Sooners ended up losing that one 4-1. And just a big thing going into this game is, how do you beat this UCO team? And we kind of talked about it a little bit in the broadcast booth yesterday, but I think the two biggest things are just not letting them get into your own head, which is easier said than done, especially here at Arctic Edge. And then the other thing too is just not letting UCO absorb your defense and them soaking up all the offensive time. They have a really weird forecheck where they kind of bounce it in behind the net, which allows them to get on offense a lot faster. And if you're able to rush going the other way.
And I know exactly what you're meaning. You know, there was eventually some slip-ups too, like Forden in the second goal of the game, just kind of major slip-ups that kind of got UCO going. But then again, even before they even started going after that first goal, it was just the communication between the two benches was a tale of two stories. The OU bench was just kind of completely silent, kind of taking in the moment. And, you know, after the first goal in the first period, you kind of think like, yes, let's go, let's get communicating. But it wasn't really the case. But on UCO's side of the bench, all vocal. Everyone was talking, everyone was communicating. Even on the ice, they were getting it going really, really fast and progressively throughout the entire game. So in order to kind of keep up with UCO and their momentum, you got to do just the same as they are. And, you know, no matter what they're going to try and do, is they're going to try and get in your head. That's the way that UCO works usually most of the time from the history that we've seen. So just trying to establish themselves early on in the game is key.
And the other thing too is UCO is an extremely physical team. They rely mostly on, you know, how hard can they hit you into the boards, and if you're the Sooners, you have to respond back. But with that said, we'll toss it back up to you, Christian and Amy. We'll see you guys at the end of the first period.
Thank you, Elijah and Darby. Yes, looking forward to hearing from you guys later in the game. We're going to take a quick break in respect to the UCO Senior Night and let them conduct their ceremonies as planned. We will be right back.
Step right up. Buckle up. The only direction we're headed is Yep, you get it. Welcome to the one and only Oklahoma.
In some ways, this film is like the university itself.
The one flagship university that has served the state since before there was a state.
Its story is never entirely completed.
Where one scoop of dirt can save thousands of lives. Where one group of biologists are connecting with world-class meteorologists to protect the one world, one planet that connects us all. Whoa, that one literally might land on the moon. But that's fine, because what's stopping us from going up there and getting it? This is a team, a squad, a family, leading a collective pursuit where we share all ideas, embrace thousands of different perspectives, and require every last hand on deck.
Cleared for takeoff.
What else we got? More trophies than you can count? Check. Rhodes Scholars? Check. Largest research engine in the state? Check. The next generation realizing a new American dream? Okay. Actually, it's better than okay. It's OKLAHOMA. It's the strength of many marching under one crimson and cream flag, creating Sooner magic that must be seen to be believed at the one university where one OU family makes up the one and only Oklahoma.
Welcome back, Sooner hockey fans. Opening lineups for both teams. Pendleton is going to stay in net for UCO tonight. He had a great game. For your Sooners, we're going to get Mondu, Carlisle, Fodro, McDonald, Motts, and new goalie Grayson Payne in net. He's been one of the Sooners' best on paper. Hasn't gotten that many looks, but when he has, it's been good. Apologies for that. Opening faceoff underway. Sooners win it. McDonald on his backhand. Good play. Flips it over to Carlisle. Pendleton plays it. Takes a slip and a step. Puck in behind him and the UCO net. Chopped that, hacked that in one by Owen Carlisle. Taken away by UCO. Big hit there as we're going to get no icing called. Dubecki dumps it over. Touch pass, misses a man. That was Adam Stalzer for the Broncos. Slap shot, rebound. Oh, and Fodrell couldn't bury it. Second chance, in behind the net. Sooners nearly catching Pendleton off guard early. Fodrell getting the UCO bench fired up. He looks a little shaky to start this one.
And that's what they're going to need to do all night. That was the only way they were able to get one past Pendleton yesterday. Faced around 43 shots and only let one in. The Sooners are going to need to catch him a little more off guard today, if they have any shot at taking home the W in this one.
Top line stays out there for UCO as Porter Wolk gets the face-off. Porter Wolk's shot goes wide of the net. He had a good angle at it. Couldn't get it where he wanted to. Sooners applying pressure early here. Touch pass from a tight angle. Shot from right and tight from Porter Wolk again. Knocks the netting off, did Pendleton. And we will get another stoppage in play. So 2 to 3 quick shots here by the Sooners, trying to set the tone, establish their offensive game, doing what they do best. Talking to Tristan Davison earlier, he said what Coach said is they played with a lot of passion, unlike the series last semester, but were just unable to produce. And so that's definitely the memo they're going to be keeping up tonight.
Exactly. They want to win those battles against the board to get the pucks, give themselves more opportunities, and really give themselves a chance to settle down and set up good looks.
Shot from Wolk goes wide over the net, set up by Fodril on that. Tristan Glass now gets held up. Arm stays down. Kagan gloves it down to the zone. Tristan Glass couldn't get it on his backhand. Flipped forward. Should be icing. Will be icing as Alex Kagan beats Andre Blaha to the goal line. Another offensive zone faceoff here for Oklahoma.
We've seen a few quick looks, too, so far for Porter Wolk in the game. I think it's been great to see him in these few recent series get some good looks. He's up a line tonight, and I think that's his efforts being rewarded. Done such a great job looking to get one early.
Colin Hogan wins the faceoff for UCO, plays it forward to Blaha, tries to chip it out on his backhand. And puck rimmed around the boards, cut off by Goldstein for a moment before he cops it up. Takes a slash from Rebroker. Goldstein steps up into his man. Other thing Tristan Davison mentioned, winning those battles on the boards. And Oklahoma's done a good job of that so far. Goldstein from a tight angle shot, squirts through the slot. Payne, shot from the point by Kagan, looking for a tip, couldn't find it. No icing here as Jason Redman in for UCO. Surveying didn't really have options, taken away by Jacob DuPont. Stalzer has it now, cuts it off. Hemmed in by the zone, blocker save from Grayson Payne. DuPont trying to get it out, gets it over to Will Blake, who skies it to the center ice logo. Change here for the Sooners. Josh Bell's first man to it. Enters the blue line, dumps it in. Carson Glass pursuing against Dubecki. Redmond plays it forward, misses Stalzer. It's going to be icing against Oklahoma. No, they wave it off. Goalie Camden Pendleton played it. We're going to free offensive zone faceoff for UCO. He was not aware. Puck tied up along the half wall. It's a nasty scrum going on there before Carson Glass comes away with it, and then he's taken down. Josh Bell is just trying to get his stick loose. Once that's all sorted, UCO unable to clear again. Another puck battle in that tight angle. Hard for a camera to pick it up, but Bronchos come away with it. High puck flip over. Ware is going to come away with it. Centering through to Sam Sykes, no goose.
Good stick there by Motts.
Netting off of its pegs. Bring that total counter of the times we've said that to probably 35 this season and last season and seasons since OU has moved into Arctic Edge.
Yeah, a good stick there though by Motts on that play. You think if he doesn't position that correctly, a dangerous connection for UCO. Those Bronchos always able to find one another.
With the Sooner injury bugs on the defensive end, Colton Lavasser and Logan Motts have stepped in nicely to fill those gaps. And something Coach Arbonitas has to look forward to for next year. Puck fought in the neutral zone before Sam Sykes comes away with it. He's one of the Broncos' best skaters. Alex Kagan steps into a man along the end boards. Mondu has it now, takes a hit from Guerra, and away goes Jackson Fodril. He's got Carlisle. Fodril, long shot, swallowed up by Pendleton. That trailer was coming just too slow for him to have a passing lane. His best option there was to shoot it, and he did.
Yeah, a good look there, but I think just right into the middle of Pendleton there. The Sooners are going to have to get a little bit more creative with their shot selection if they're going to try to get one past him. Something we noticed during pregame warmups was UCO, their ability, of course it's warmups, there's no goalie in it, but their ability to go bar down. And I think that's something that the Sooners are going to need to try to do a little bit more if they want to get any past Pendleton.
Shot from the point, rebound, in front. Oh, and Mondu couldn't bury it. Second chance, no goose. Oh, what a chance for Oklahoma, and they couldn't bury it. Now, Fodril one-timer from the face-off dot. Pendleton fought it off. I do not know how that puck stayed out, but somehow it did. And that'll bring cheers for the Broncos fans who were threatened to go down early in this one, similarly to last night.
Exactly, just an incredible presence in net by Pendleton. A great job. You would have thought one of those would have gone in, but just cool, calm, and collected in the net for UCO.
Lots able to spring forward. Mondu was tripped down. No penalty. Mondu also didn't know where the puck was. That didn't help his case. Porter Wolk was definitely off sides there, but I didn't call it before the puck is chipped all the way down for another icing. UCO able to rattle off 2 shots since puck drop, but their chances have not been mastodonic like OU's had, where OU probably should have buried 1 or 2 of those.
Exactly, yeah, that's just the expertise of Pendleton there. UCO kind of player back into the zone, resulting in that no icing.
Porter Wolk on the faceoff. He's been good tonight, but loses that one. Andre Blaha with it now. Best turnaround shot. Wolk, shot blocked. Second chance, Porter Wolk. And his shot hit off the pads of Pendleton and dribbled wide. Held in by Goldstein. Now Tristan Glass getting into Rob Roker. Good pressure here from Oklahoma as it continues. Kagan looks to spring forward. Slap shot hits a man. Now the other way goes UCO. It's a 2-on-2. Rob Roker dumps it down. Blaha from the faceoff dot. Shot goes wide of the net. Might have caught a piece of Grayson Payne. Good look there for the Broncos as OU comes away with it. Jacob DuPont turns on his Jets. Loses it for a moment. Coughed up. Sooners have to touch up. Jacob Rieger dumps it in. Nate Payne first to it. Bouncing puck, so it's played awkwardly, but won by Oklahoma. Shot in front of the net. Didn't make it there. Jacob Rieger gets stapled into the OU bench right in front of us. It's a clean hit. Swearingen surveys, plays the puck back to Rieger. Flips it on his backhand, does Jacob Rieger. And DuPont comes away with it. Jacob DuPont, shot blocked from just outside the blue line. And Jason Redmond trying to stick work something into the offensive zone. Kept in by Taylor, shot, no problem there for Grayson Payne, right off the pads. Rebound controlled nicely. Will Blake banks it off the boards and into the neutral zone. Sooners change. Grayson Payne awkwardly playing that puck behind his net. He had a marker on him as Carson Glass evades a hit there, but caught something up high on his head, like an elbow. Puck out of play as it hits the roof here in Arctic Edge. Faceoff should be held outside the offensive zone for Oklahoma, and it will.
McDonald giving Guerra a little tap on the back of the skates there after that series of plays. No love lost between these two teams. I'm sure anyone watching this rivalry, whether you started last night, tonight, or for years, can tell.
UCO takes the neutral zone face-off, unable to really get much going. As we're going to say a hand pass for Oklahoma, but not before it's touched up by UCO. Carson Glass gets stood up into. Josh McDonald gets taken down, no call. McDonald holds it at the blue line. Takes a check. Carson Glass with it now, trying to find an angle. He's patient with the puck. Demanchuk has to play it off the corner. Elects to play it off his backhand, gets it over to Carson Glass. Demanchuk, shot from the point. Caught a piece of something and fluttered wide, and now Goldstein with that chance. Played softly off the pads of Pendleton. Physicality definitely favoring UCO early on in this one, but offensively, and what counts, OU has had the better chances. As Mondu skillfully plays it. One-time shot! Oh, and what a save by Pendleton! Second chance bounces wide. Carlisle had a yawning cage, and Pendleton got over. Mondu plays it down and bounces over to Fodrill. Two chances now for the Sooners where we surely thought they were going to bury it, and still goose eggs on the board for both teams. Now UCO looking to answer with a chance of their own. Mondi getting pestered by Goldstein. He has Hogan as an option. Hogan with it. Plays it on his backhand. Rob Roker swings it over. No one's there. Fodrill looking to spring forward. Mondu Good pass, he finds Mondu, but a good stick by Rob Broker ends that attack. Let's take one more look at that save by Pendleton on that feed.
Just an incredible look by the Sooners. They are shocked that not able to get it in.
Just good,
past the net. Just
good
like
awareness.
Said, yeah, an incredible look there for Carlisle, not able to get it past one of the greater point scorers on this Oklahoma squad. And Pendleton is making the big saves when it matters.
Yep. Best working hard in the corner with Wolk. Swearingen's going to cut it off at the half wall. Puck played down low. Unable to find a crimson jersey. Sooners have to touch up, and they do. Redmond able to shovel it forward with just enough power. Tristan Glass thought about just dumping it in, ends up taking it himself. Now Pendleton has to play it, nearly shot it into Aaron Best. Would have been interesting to see the conclusion of that play had it come to fruition. Blake Swearingen with it now. Best trying to touch it in for an entry, couldn't get it. Rieger elects to play it off the boards into the neutral zone. That stretch pass just missed Tristan Glass. And now the other way goes Jason Redmond. Hit hard by Swearingen. Options for UCO. Redmond just decided to fire it into an OU defender. Big hit there by Swearingen on Dubecki. He's got to get back. Tristan Glass able to get the puck out of the zone. UCO has to touch up. Puck floated in softly off the OU bench and back to the defensive faceoff dot. Now played forward. Stretch pass over to Will Blake, and he just couldn't get that. It was a bouncing puck. Tough to play that off your backhand, and just squeaked over. Logan Motts from the point. Shot tipped. Cleaned up by Collins. And chipped in along the end boards behind Pendleton. Will Blake didn't know where it was. It was right in front of him. Shot from the point. Tipped on net, but saved by Pendleton. Sooners unable to get a lot on their shots from distance. Just making life easy on Pendleton for now. Carson Glass, shot blocked. Still pestering is Carson Glass. A hit there from Will Blake. Cops up the puck, but to a Bronco player. Cut down by Nate Payne. Sooners touch up, and they do. UCO's going off for a change. Nate Payne with a shot blocked. Rebound, and it just hops over the net on that second chance effort there by the senior forward. Carson Glass's shot gets tipped by a defender for the Broncos and nearly gave Pendleton fits.
Josh Bell's a great effort there to get over to that puck, trying to win the battle, and Oklahoma will. It's now another senior pinned up against the boards. Carson Glass. Josh Bell eventually gets away with it.
Josh Bell still pinned to the boards by a Bronco, eventually able to break free. Goldstein elects to play it off the boards, dumps it down low. Bell's making a hit there, turned over to Josh Bell's puck in front of the net, loose bouncing, shot, second chance, no, unable to get it in. Oklahoma trying again and again. Another chance here for Josh Bell's puck loose in front of the net. And Owen Carlisle couldn't get the feed. Goldstein's shot blocked. And the puck exits the zone. The Broncos survive that onslaught from OU. Monticelli goes in diving into two Broncos before Fodrell comes away with it from a tight angle, sails it over the stick of Pendleton. Kagan from the point, wide. Backhand drop pass for Carlisle. No good as that one stumped right in front of us. Goldstein, backhand saucer pass over to Alex Kagan, stretches it forward. Mondu unable to get all of it. And a big collision there as Goldstein stands up bowls. Good open ice hit there from Oklahoma. You would expect a response at some point. That's why you keep your head up. Blake Swearingen now. Taken away by Oklahoma. And then won by Blaha. So Rob Roker and him fight along the boards. Mondi comes away with it, plays it off the skates of Tristan Glass. Harmlessly floats over the net. Porter Wolf didn't know where the puck was. Tristan Glass lays a hit. Shot back to the point. Rob Roker blocked by Mondu. Sprung forward for Oklahoma. Tristan Glass, first man to it. And an open ice hit on Mondu. Arm stays down. He got elbowed to the face.
And the Oklahoma bench, apologize if you hear any language, and they're clearly not happy about that call, understandably, but the Sooners keep it in their offensive zone.
Dangerous, dirty hit by a UCO Bronco. We'll get the name on that in a second. Puck cleared. We'll also check on Mondu. He seems to be okay. Logan Mott's having to do some work in the end boards. Jacob DuPont comes away with it. Jason Rebnan plays a nice touch pass across the blue line. Comes over to Cervantes. Stalzer on his backhand. Over the face-off dot. Cervantes, centering feed for Thompson. Couldn't find a man. Flung forward. Nearly did Aaron Best. Would have been a breakaway for him, but that puck didn't have enough on it. Demanchuk, first man to it, immediately gets met by Thompson. Puck exited the zone. No problem there for Oklahoma. Logan Motts evades the physicality, gets the puck into the UCO zone. Puck played down by the hand of Motts, dumps it back. Josh Bells has to touch up, they do. Puck in behind Pendleton. Sprung way forward for Logan Motts, who cuts it off in the neutral zone. And we're going to get a fight here in the corner. Carson Glass. And I can't tell who the Bronco is going at it in the corner. That's going to stop play, so we're assuming some disciplinary actions will be taken. Let's take another look at that open ice hit. That's what started all of this, as that is a dirty elbow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can understand the frustration.
Dirty elbow from Harris Anada, the Malaysia native.
On Ben Mondu, you can understand the frustration there from the Oklahoma bench. And it looks like it's going to be Carson Glass and
Jason Redman
in the box for both teams.
That's not Redman, though. I think that's a new Bronco that we don't have a nameplate for, so.
Number 10 on UCO.
4-on-4 action. Actually, it's going to be a power play for Oklahoma, I believe. That's what we have on the board. It's hard for us to hear what the referees are saying to the scorekeepers.
Yeah, no microphone system here for us to, or the crowd as well, to hear those calls. We just have to go by what's on the scoreboard here. Right now, there's 2 minutes for each team.
So we are going to go 4-on-4, excuse me. No power play for the Sooners. Disregard as the fireworks get started early here. About 4:46 left in the first period. Kagan unable to play it forward. Owen Carlisle has it but misses. Fodril on the back pass looking to set up. Owen Carlisle, nice move and gets it over to Alex Kagan, one of the better offensive defensemen on this team. Owen Carlisle has it in behind Pendleton, holds up, slows down. Owen Carlisle making some nice moves, gets it on his backhand over to Mondu. Fodril's one-timer was floating, a bit of a knuckleball for Pendleton, but he gets up. No problem. Now Sam Sykes played on his forehand, and penalty going to be called against Oklahoma. Sam Sykes went down with an Olympic-sized dive.
And Kagan clearly not happy about that one. I think you said the dive.
Coach Pete Arbonitas is fired up right below us.
Yeah, me on top of the bench. Don't see that much emotion out of him normally, but I think something we saw last night after the game was any Sooner with a letter on their chest going up to the officiating crew after the game and wanting some explanation on some of these calls. Head coach Pete Arbonitas clearly asking for some right now as both Glass and Kagan sit in the penalty box. I think just wanting a little bit of clarification on these calls, especially before we saw that call missed, we believe, on Ben Mondu. And to see some of these calls that we might believe to be a little bit softer.
It's certainly frustrating because Mondu did get an elbow up high right into his cheek. and that's not called. But Sam Sykes goes down with the weight of a feather, and OU is on the penalty kill. 4-on-3, which is dangerous because more space for UCO to set up. As Blaha has it now over to Mondi. Blaha able to do all they want right now with all this space. Blaha trying to play touch pass down low.
Great stick by Nate Payne there.
Logan Motz without his stick. Shot, saved by Payne. Rebound, held off by Grayson Payne again. Sooners need to respond. Mondi, Blaha, Mondi. Circles the point, plays it back to Blaha. Puck down to the faceoff dot, and blocker saved by Grayson Payne. Got about 32 seconds of 4-on-3 before it'll become 5-on-4 for about another minute.
Good job of the Sooners so far. Get some change on this penalty kill. Swearingen, Motz, and Glass. Glass will take the face-off.
Face-off won by Oklahoma, unable to clear it for a moment, but then Swearingen is able to just take his time and get it down.
That'll kill off plenty of time before the Sooners can get back to 4-on-4 hockey.
Good, calm, control.
Excuse me, the power play then turn into for UCO.
Tempered penalty kill for Oklahoma so far. Mondi dances in, Hogan. With the man in front of the net, Blaha. Over to Hogan, back to Blaha. Hogan again. Rips a shot, tipped, saved by Grayson Payne. UCO Bronco falls on the puck, holds on to the stick. No call there before he gets blown dead. We do get a call. There we go.
And that'll make it 4-on-4 hockey for about 45 seconds before then Oklahoma will take over on the power play.
No love lost in this rivalry.
And it looks like it'll be Adam Stalzer.
Initially, I thought they were grabbing Blaha on that, but Stalzer's the one that takes a seat in the sin bin. So it'll be back to 4-on-4 for 45 seconds, like you mentioned before, minute 15 of OU power play time. So
shout out to our producer Caleb Shaw tonight for keeping up with all of these. I will tell you, putting all those power play minutes in is not easy, but he's doing a great job of it right now.
Not at all. Carlisle loses the face-off to Doucette. Sykes breaks out for UCO. Doucette turned over. Mondu has a lane. Ben Mondu with a stick from Sykes. That was a good, clean poke check there from Sam Sykes. Now the other way goes the UCO forward. Mondu springs free Jackson Fodrell. He's got a man pestering. Fodrell, good pass over to Mondu. Mondu centering feed. Fodrell sets up. Shot! Glove save and unable to be buried by Logan Mott. Sooners still have the puck. Mondu play down low, misses everybody. UCO comes away with it. Dubecki. Good stick work there from Carlisle.
Now for minute 15, Oklahoma will be on the power play.
Shot from the point, saved by Payne. He's been good at suppressing these rebounds that have come in a heap for UCO. Mondu has a lane in space, cross ice feed at best, and he's unable to bury it. Porter Wolk got there too late, and another save from Pendleton.
That would have been a great look for Wolk there. Pendleton not able to reset. Would have had to get it past just the defenseman of UCO, but unable to get that rebound.
Porter Wolk, good job setting up. Little spinorama move to evade his man. He's looked good tonight. Porter Wolk enters the zone for Oklahoma. Dances around the faceoff dot, now in behind the net. Sets up Kagan at the point. Puck play to Will Blake on the faceoff dot. Blake circles it, plays it down low to Aaron Best. Tried to center Porter Wolk, but it hit the back of the net. Still with it now is Aaron Best. Rips a shot, saved, and no rebound this time as Pendleton swallows it up and covers it with about 10 seconds left on the Sooner power play.
Great look for the Sooners. Really tried to get multiple different shots off, tried to wrap one around. One almost went straight to the net, and Best there on the most recent opportunity. Shot it from right around the face-off dot, but Pendleton wise to swallow that one up.
Porter Wolk again, he's been the best face-off man so far for Oklahoma tonight. Wins it. Nate Payne takes a slash and a half before he plays it over to Motz. Couldn't get all of it. puck unable to be held in the zone. So that will do it for the Oklahoma power play. It wasn't a clean look as there was only about half of it due to the other penalties that were called. But good chances for Oklahoma throughout the entire period so far, and they've done a good job defensively for the most part, keeping UCO to under 10 shots for now. Just under 20 seconds left. Fired in by UCO, should be icing. Redmond pleading his case, but Nate Payne beat him to the dot first, so with 14-7 left, get an offensive zone faceoff for Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma tonight looks a lot more controlled when they're on the defensive side than they did last night. A lot more set in their game plan, it looks like. And obviously a lot of really good opportunities on the offensive side, but unfortunately got to get some of those past Pendleton and got to look at different ways to get through to him. Carlisle takes the draw.
One by Oklahoma, played over to Kagan. Shot, took a deflection off a stick, and out of play.
About 10 seconds left.
Referee's getting a new puck.
Short of a last-second goal here from Oklahoma, it looks like we're going to go into the first intermission with a 0-0 score. Not for lack of trying, though, from either team, especially Oklahoma.
See if OU can get something here. Carlisle on the faceoff wins it for Oklahoma. Fodrell has it taken down. 5 seconds left. Carlisle, Sooners need to get a shot, and that will do it for this first period. We are tied at 0-0. UCO probably feeling lucky to escape that first without conceding. We will be right back with our Sports Desk Intermission Report. Don't go anywhere, Sooner hockey fans.
Step right up. Buckle up. The only direction we're headed is... Yep, you get it. Welcome to the one and only Oklahoma.
In some ways, this film is like the university itself.
The one flagship university that has served the state since before there was a state.
Its story is never entirely completed.
Where one scoop of dirt can save thousands of lives. Where one group of biologists are connecting with world-class meteorologists to protect the one world, one planet that connects us all. Whoa, that one literally might land on the moon. But that's fine, because what's stopping us from going up there and getting it? This is a team, a squad, a family, leading a collective pursuit where we share all ideas, embrace thousands of different perspectives, and require every last hand on deck.
Cleared for takeoff.
What else we got? More trophies than you can count? Check. Rhodes Scholars? Check. Largest research engine in the state? Check. The next generation realizing a new American dream? Okay. Actually, it's better than okay. It's OKLAHOMA. It's the strength of many marching under one crimson and cream flag, creating Sooner magic that must be seen to be believed at the one university where one OU family makes up the one and only Oklahoma.
presenting your 2025 UCO Seniors.
Welcome back, Sooner Nation. We had an exciting first period. No goals to show for, but plenty of opportunities, mainly coming for the Crimson and Cream. Lots of chances, and Pendleton stayed strong in net. 13 shots for the Sooners and 8 for UCO. Amy, what were your thoughts on that?
I thought it was a much better looking first period for the Sooners, obviously, than last night. I mean, last night the Sooners did score the first one in the first period, but I feel like their shots they were able to get set up a lot better in the zone. I think their defense played a lot better tonight. We saw UCO kind of stunted there in the first period for opportunities, 8 shots to OU's 13. So not a big difference, but I think the shot opportunities that OU created was a lot stronger. Pendleton, though, just absolutely doing, you can't, miss that. He's having an incredible game in net so far.
Absolutely.
For UCO. Despite only facing 13 shots so far, he's doing an incredible job of keeping things really tight for his team and keeping them in it.
We're going to pitch things down ringside to Elijah and Darby on their thoughts on that opening period.
Thank you, Christian. Yeah, just kind of recapping that first period for you. Score still remains 0-0, as I'm sure we touched on in the commentary booth. But so far, Sooners outscoring UCO. I'm not outscoring, outshooting UCO. And it just kind of comes down to capitalizing on the rebound opportunities. Cam Pendleton has played a phenomenal game in net so far for UCO, but he's also given up a lot of rebounds. And if you're the Sooners, you just have to capitalize on those opportunities.
And I think same with opportunities too. I think the same thing goes hand in hand with discipline. Discipline is going to be a major factor in the next upcoming periods, because I know last game it was just something that kind of fell off a little bit more each period afterwards, after the first period, in general, after the first goal. So it's going to be quite difficult just to maintain it, but I feel like that's going to be the key for the Sooners to take a big step forward in this game for them.
Yeah, and discipline dictates the pacing a little bit too, right? If you can stay out of the box, you're able to get more momentum, you're able to generate more shot opportunities. If you're able to draw penalties, you're able to generate more shot opportunities. So Sooners have to be the bigger people in this team, or in this game, I should say, just to kind of help dictate that pace. Really quickly touching on Grayson Payne, and just his performance so far for the Sooners, remaining solid in net. Hasn't really seen a whole lot of action, but where he has, he's looked pretty solid so far.
Exactly. We're going to toss it back up to y'all. Enjoy the second period.
Thank you, Darby and Elijah. We expect Harris Anada to receive some sort of email tomorrow morning from the ACHA based on this hit that he gave to Ben Mondu. It was a elbow that was caught up high, and you don't like seeing that. Doesn't matter who the team is or what the circumstances are. That type of play is not okay. It was missed by the officials, and the clip will be submitted into the National Office of Discipline for the ACHA.
Yeah, I think the Sooners a little bit upset about that missed call, especially then when the penalty was called, or Sykes, drew the penalty for UCO on something that looked a little bit like a dive from him. Like we mentioned earlier, the Sooners met with the officials last night for some clarification on some of those calls. They're going to look for it, but at the same time, the Sooners then, when they get those calls for them, they need to capitalize on the power play. That's been something that they've struggled on as of late. At least in this series, they're 0 for so far on the power play. Going to need to get that one working if they want to have a chance against UCO.
Absolutely, and yeah, the calls that they do get are so important to capitalize on. What I talked about with you is that, every period it feels like is going to be different than the latter. And so it definitely seemed like that period favored OU in terms of offensive scoring and how well they were able to handle things on the defensive front. And so going into the second, I think we might get a little different look and see some more action coming from the UCO offense than we did in the first.
Exactly. It's definitely uncharacteristic style of play from UCO to be have that little impact in their own offensive zone. I think it was definitely a strange look for them, considering how many shots they're able to get off, and just how dangerous they can be in the zone, and some uncharacteristic plays. Remember at one point where Broker passing it off and there was no one there but a Sooner who caught it, and it was turned over, and that's very uncharacteristic of this UCO team, normally very well disciplined.
So we are back to bring you this second period, brought to you by Logie's on the Corner. Great place to get some drinks, enjoy watching Sooner hockey on game days. Make sure you're over 21 and older, and always drink responsibly. Designated driver. Players coming back out on the ice, Cotton Bowl style, as Caleb Shaw likes to call it, from one entrance, as both the locker rooms for these teams are on the north end of the building. OU Hockey is a non-profit organization. Donations are tax deductible. We always appreciate anything you can get to help out these players. All the funds go directly to travel needs, equipment, stuff like that. It is tax season, so if you need a little help with that, make a donation to Oklahoma.
Exactly.
OU Hockey. It's a
Or
great
you
way
can
to
rock some great OU Hockey merch on their website, ouhockey.com,
make
as
sure
well
you
as in person here if you ever take a visit to Arctic Edge during home games.
make sure you run it through TurboTax first to be safe as OU takes that opening face-off. Played forward by Fodrill. Sykes with it now. Soft, gentle pass for Logan Motts. Over to Mondu. Carlisle with it now. Gets stood up into right at the blue line, written off the puck, but not the play as he was the offender on that offsides call.
It'll be interesting to see what this second period looks like you mentioned. In terms of offense, it was all OU despite not having anything to show for it in that first period. It should be interesting to see how UCO plans to attack in the second period.
Sykes takes the face-off for the Broncos, plays it over to Cervantes. Pestered by Fodrill. Flipped over on his backhand. Mondu touches up, puck played in behind Pendleton. Fodrill slashes a stick out of Cervantes' hands. Mondu with it now. Turns it over in the neutral zone. The other way goes Sam Sykes. Logan Motts pestering Sykes. McDonald pestering Guerra. Puck held in tight by Guerra. Didn't budge, and Sykes comes away with it. Carlisle's got to be careful as he takes a trip there, and no call, and now Sykes scores. But they call the penalty way too late. Boy, if this isn't a storyline here. Sam Sykes tripped up an OU player. The referee waited about a country mile before he called that a penalty. And a power play for OU, no goal for UCO.
And Sykes not happy with that call. And understandably, of course, obviously, if you're an OU fan, you're glad this penalty was called to negate that goal. But I can understand Sykes' frustration. Thinking he has the goal, the penalty, like you said, waited forever to be called. So he thinks he had a great open shot there to put his team up. And now not only is that goal wiped off the board, but it's also a 2-minute power play for Oklahoma, and Sykes sees himself as the one in the penalty box.
Without any disciplinary issues from OU, they should get a full 2 minutes here. Clean look. Face-off won by Wolk over to Motts. Motts plays it down low. No Sooner got there. So it's taken away by UCO before Tristan Glass pesters his man. Will Blake comes away with it, plays it down to Glass. Glass surveys, holds up, circles the dot. Gets it over to Will Blake. Motts. Played up to the high slot. Alex Kagan controlling the blue line on the Sooner power play unit. Shot! Glove save by Pendleton.
Good save by Pendleton, but that shot looked to be a little bit wide there on the net. We see it, Kagan over here. Shoots it out, yeah, just a little bit wide. Pendleton still reaching out, wanting to control those rebounds a little bit. Despite how great he did in the first period, that was really the only flaw in his goaltending, was letting those rebounds get a little bit loose, but still OU not able to produce anything from it, so they're going to want to attack those rebounds when they can.
Mondi takes the face-off down low and cleared by UCO. I will say, even though the play was blown dead after the goal, what a shot by Sam Sykes going bar down on Grayson Payne, who, if that arm had not been raised, would have been the first goal of the game.
Exactly, and that's why I think he was just so frustrated about it. A beautiful shot, a great look. And wiped off the board, unfortunately, for him and UCO.
Aaron Best with space. Drop pass to Carlisle. Carlisle loses it in the skates of Best. Mondu collects it. Played on the backhand of Carlisle. Sooners spread out. Down low, Carlisle. Up top, Payne. Fodrill, one-timer. Saved by Pendleton, right on the money.
Ends up to those people out there. That one went sky high. I think it might have hit the rafters and the roof. So that one goes out of play by the scoreboard. 45 seconds left in this power play for Oklahoma. And as I mentioned pregame, if Oklahoma's going to draw these penalties, they need to make something happen of it. 0-4 on the weekend so far, and going to want to try to break the ice here.
0-4 for a long time. I don't believe we got a power play goal in that Colorado series either, so home ice power play has been giving the Sooners fits. They've been good on the road, and that's what's kept their numbers at a respectable level. Carlisle takes the face off, plays it in behind Pendleton, trying to jam it home. Swallowed up by the Bronco netminder. Some extracurriculars as Carlisle's in a chokehold.
The refs trying to sort that one out. Never got in. We saw Fodrell skate away with the puck long after the play was blown dead.
You understand the response from UCO on that when you go hard into the goalie. That's the case for just about any other team.
Exactly. If there's anything in hockey, there's one thing: you do not touch the goalie. That'll always draw the whole bench from the opposing team.
Interesting face-off. One back to Fodrell, who has to play it up and out. They're going to hold the face-off outside the zone, but thought it caught a piece of the boards before it went out. It did not. 33 seconds left. Only one shot to show for on the power play. And to be honest, it was going wide of the net anyways.
Yeah, the Oklahoma power play, 21.6% on the road, 18.8 at home. Pretty significant drop there for them.
Fodrell in space, evades a hit. Carlisle has it now. Toe drag. Loses the puck and it's cleared. Owen Carlisle just took a little too much time. Nate Payne looking to spring forward the Sooners. Tipped in by Wolk. Blake in behind the net. 8 seconds left on the power play. Kagan with space. Dumps it down low to a chasing Tristan Glass. Power play time winding down. Puck cleared. Cut off by Sykes. Good stick there by Kagan. To play there from Sykes in tight on Grayson Payne was blockered off. Now a centering chance there. Puck off its mooring, or net off its moorings. Grayson Payne has to fix it as Tristan Glass takes a check. Will Blake again in behind the Sooner net. Blake centering feed. Shot! Saved by Pendleton. Logan Motts had a good clean look on that. Pendleton played the angle well. That's the other thing we noticed in that first period.
Yeah, I believe if Blake was able to get that one, like you said, right there to Motts, he was right in front, might have had a better look at it. Still a good opportunity for the Sooners, but not be able to get past. I believe back there, though, when the net came off its post, I believe that's what at one point Grayson Payne had his glove side hand up for, trying to signal to the refs that the net came off, but luckily for him, the Sooners were able to take that puck away into their own zone, and now they'll take the face-off down here on their side.
Broncos take the face-off. It's played around to Doucette. Misses the puck, misses everybody. It's no icing, however. Good touch there from Monticelli, sprung forward. Is the freshman from Wisconsin. He has to touch up, though. He's caught off sides. Josh Bells lays a hit on the end boards. Monticelli on his backhand trying to center it to somebody. No one was there. We had a Bronco without a stick, too, for a moment, so lots of things going on here to start this second.
Yeah, Monticelli as well, along with Motts, had a great last back half of the season. A good look there trying to center it off to someone, but like you said, no one really there.
DuPont, Blake, and Payne line stands out there for the Sooners. Sooners can't cut it off, and now Stalzer is going to have to beat the icing allegations, and he does. Tie does not go to the runner here. Sooners come away with the puck. Nate Payne unable to clear it. Pressure here from UCO. Stalzer to the point. Redmond. Shot tipped down, goes wide of the net. Puck sprung forward. No icing. Payne carefully has to play it. That's what costed Forden last night. Nate Payne springs forward. DuPont. Jacob DuPont on goal, gets tied up. Should be a penalty shot. We'll see. They're just going to call a hook on that.
And we'll take a look at this replay here. Nate Payne with the pass cross ice to DuPont. Got it right at the OU logo and just got his stick caught up. You can see us there in the net, or excuse me, in the booth up here, a little frustrated with that.
That play wasn't even needed because honestly, I don't think DuPont would have had much of a shot because of how much of a bouncing puck that was. But Sooner power play, Oklahoma will never complain about that. Carlisle on a tie-up wins it. Carlisle fighting for the puck. A lot of players on both teams missing it. Eventually it comes free, played forward and cleared. Grayson Payne coming out of his net to play it. Fakes. He's playing dangerously in behind his net tonight. Not paying heed to the error E1 last night on Forden. Puck chipped in. Mondu has it. Played down low to Best. Best got to be careful. He's going to take a hit here. Soften the blow with the boards for the majority of it. Now Fodrell has it on the face-off dot. Payne at the point. Over to Carlisle. Carlisle download Mondu. Centering feed! Shot goes wide and swallowed up by Pendleton. Aaron Best was just going for the rebound and takes a cross-check and a half. That puck was still loose when Aaron Best was pursuing it. He's not a player that screams physicality, so he wouldn't put himself in situations where he knows he's going to be in the wrong, but
yeah,
that's all arbitrary.
I think this UCO series brings the physicality out of every player, no matter how much of, they normally keep away from that in other series. This rivalry really gets them heated. 1:11 seconds left.
Top unit still out there for Oklahoma. Carlisle on the faceoff dot. Mondu tied up his man, so it's won by Oklahoma. Payne circles. Carlisle down low. Mondu looking for a centering feed. Finds one shot from Fodrell. Second chance, no goal. Fodrell denied twice in tight on Pendleton.
And we've seen a great connection between Mondu and Fodrell all year. So got that one from Carlisle over to Mondu, able to pass that right in front, and then Fodrell there with a great shot just from the knee, unable to get it in on the rebound. I believe the net had come off the post at that point. It's going to be blown dead anyway. Great look, but once again, nothing working for the Sooners so far tonight.
Carlisle comes away with it. He's got space. Plays it into the skates of Taylor. Puck unable to be cleared by UCO. Fodrell. Payne. Center's been out here for a while. Mondu. Down low to Carlisle. Back up top to Payne. Wrist one for the point. Tipped on net. And Aaron Best took a lot off of it. Pendleton didn't have to fight it off too hard as he was able to just play that softly.
Yeah, that tip unfortunately didn't work how the Sooners would have liked. It went more straight up into the air off of the stick rather than angling into the net.
Porter Wolk enters the zone for Oklahoma. Onsides, Fodrell rips a shot. Glove saved for a moment. It was loose. Pendleton jumps on top of it. More shots for Oklahoma and still no goals.
Porter Wolk getting away from it there. Another shot from distance, almost from right against the boards, but Pendleton did a good job of, like you said, the puck was loose there for a few seconds, but good job of trying to control those rebounds before any Sooner could get to it.
Broncos come away with the face-off. They're just going to rim this around the boards. Motts fanned on his attempt to get that into the offensive zone. And
great job by Tristan Glass to kind of keep that one in.
Tristan Glass gets taken down again. That's going to be another penalty for Oklahoma. And the Sooners will go right back on the power play. That was definitely a trip. So disciplinary issues for UCO. Usually it's other way around in these types of affairs.
Yeah, UCO does tend to be one of the more penalized teams in the league, though. So this will be the second power play of the period for Oklahoma. Only in the first around 6-ish minutes.
You were absolutely right about that. UCO is the most penalized team in the WCHL, but for the last two series, in the last 3 games that have been played, OU hasn't really been on the power play that much against them. So
exactly. And to your point, Oklahoma did struggle a little bit in some of the road series when we talked to Coach ahead of last weekend's matchup against Colorado about them lacking discipline. Did a good job cleaning that up.
Not shot. Will Blake on the backhand, no goose. Will Blake again. Porter Wolk shoveling it in the corner. Wolk circles the face-off dot, plays it down to Kagan. Shot, scores! Porter Wolk draws first blood in the I-35 rivalry, and the Sooners capitalize on the power play.
Well, let's get another look at that shot from diagonal to the Oklahoma logo on the ice right in front of the face-off dot. Porter Wolk, and we talked about it earlier this game, he has just been absolutely incredible in these past few series, these past few games, because you hear the chants of Boomer Sooner ring out throughout Arctic Edge Ice Arena, and that'll get the Sooners up 1-0 finally in this game.
It felt like something was brewing for Porter Wolf this entire game. He had the plethora of opportunities in the first period, finally capitalizes about halfway through this game.
And he was rewarded with being moved up a line tonight, and it paid off.
Sooner bench is alive and well, so is the crowd. Lots of crimson and cream here tonight. Sooners need to keep piling on the pressure, though. They know what it takes to beat this team. Fodrell gets taken down. I don't think they're going to get a third trip in concurrent sequence there.
I think the roof would blow off this place if it did.
Yep. Should be icing here. It's going to be waved off. Payne plays it in behind the net. Sooners try to spring forward. Fodrell, they can't. So the seal is finally broken on Camden Pendleton, the Dallas, Texas native. And the Sooners lead 1-0. This is all too familiar to last night, however. UCO responded well. It took them a little bit of time, but they got there eventually, so OU needs to pile it on. Ben Mondu now has it, drops it down low. Fodrell, this is the puck. And Doucette comes away with it for UCO. Doucette gets stood up into by Swearingen. His zone entry is going to be negated. Goldstein comes away with the puck, holds up. Mondu trying to spring forward. DuPont, puck exits the zone. Sooners are going to chase after it. Will Blake's going to be the first one to it. Will Blake dances around a man. Will Blake puts up a shot, saved by Pendleton. Good look there for the senior forward.
And just as you mentioned, it looks like Porter Wolk has had some great opportunities. The same for Will Blake. Then I'll take a look back at this breakaway for UCO. And this hit here right above the Oklahoma logo. Some good physicality that the Sooners are bringing in this game. Like you mentioned, UCO does have the advantage there. Want more physical players, but OU trying to match that tonight as Kagan shot that one.
Yeah, Payne wanted the tip. Hand-eye coordination, man. I always believe that if you can teach an entire team how to have Joe Pavelski level hand-eye coordination to get those tips in on goal, you're going to give a goal in fits. And OU trying to work and exercise that as much as possible tonight because Pendleton has been sharp. Sooners take the face-off. Kagan slaps it from the point, gloved right into Pendleton's
and
left
that one
side.
Also just a little bit, even without the interference of Pendleton.
Well, you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to rip that face-off shot almost immediately, but Nate Payne unable to get in front of the net before the shot comes, and that's why that's going wide like that.
Exactly.
Kagan's setting up for the tip. We'll see if the Sooners eventually can cash in that style. It's one of the most satisfying goals you could probably score in hockey. Will Blake pursuing the puck played by Pendleton. Doucette's going to meet him first. Will Blake stands up into Doucette. Goldstein pumps the brakes, plays over to DuPont. DuPont flips it forward, kept in the zone by UCO. Before it's eventually cleared and taken away. Jacob DuPont held up. Will Blake has it. Payne, shot, save, rebound. No Sooner was there. There was a collision between Will Blake and Sam Sykes.
Sykes lost his stick for a second there.
It allowed for Nate Payne to have that space. And now the other way goes Guerra. 2-on-1 for UCO. Guerra with McDonald. Guerra on his backhand. Scores! Zach Guerra answers. Is driven into the net. Grayson Payne will take a look at this one.
And that's exactly the type of response you want to see from UCO. It looks like Guerra just able to tip that one in the back of the net. The net did come off its post after that, but after the puck had already gone in, and things are tied up quickly. 1-1 with 10 minutes left in the second period.
So UCO able to capitalize on that mistake in the neutral zone by Oklahoma. That's what they are so good at, is any little mistake Oklahoma makes, they will punish them for it. Opening faceoff taken by the Sooners. Puck play down low, McDonald. Chasing after it. Kept in by UCO. Logan Motz takes it away, gives it up and over to Aaron Best. Aaron Best skates in, makes a nice move. Puck awkwardly caught up in his skates, but Oklahoma comes away with it. Tristan Glass, Porter Wolk. Shot from Wolk. Hit a couple bodies in front of the net. Aaron Best with it now. Aaron Best making good work in the corners. Puck battle still in the end boards. 2 Broncos, 2 Sooners fighting for it. Who will win? It's Oklahoma that comes away with it. 70 feet to Wolken. Oh, and what a stick from a UCO Broncos. That saucer pass would have done wonders. That puck was fired into the head of Guerra. He was taken down in front of the Bronco bench. That was fired right in his face.
Yeah.
To make sure he's okay.
Andrew Cervantes got 2 pucks
Or Cervantes,
right to the helmet there. He's up and skating on his own, okay. Of course, heated rivalry between these 2 teams, but
We want to make sure everybody's all right.
exactly, those hits hurt, and good to see him up, leaning over a little on the bench, probably get some attention from his own medical staff there.
So face-off in the neutral zone. Won by UCO. McDonald comes away with it, pestered by Swearingen. Rieger unable to play the puck well. Grayson Payne smartly comes out of his net to cut that off before it became a problem. Owen Carlisle trying to fight hard at center ice. Does eventually come away with the puck, brings it forward to Fodrell. He's being pestered. Fodrell, Mondu shot tipped and out of play by Mondi. Monty and Mondu on that play.
Saw that connection between Mondu and Fodrell work before, this time the other way around, but Mondu unable to get that one off how he wanted to. Like you said, went off the stick. Looks like a Mondi to fly up into the net. Oklahoma will got another offensive zone draw. Owen Carlisle once again in the face-off dot.
UCO wins that one skillfully. Not before being pestered by OU. Broncos are able to come away with it. Puck sprung forward, but cut off by Goldstein. Good stick work there by the Sooner defenseman. Entry here from Blaha. Dumped down low, the Czech native did. Collision on the end boards there. Everybody's all right. Fodrell trying to clear it, can't. Blaha has it. Played down low, Rob Roker. Puck just bouncing in front of the low slot. It's dangerous for Oklahoma, and they're eventually able to clear it. Spring forward Mondu. Ben Mondu has a trailer. Carlisle makes a move. Shot, scores! Owen Carlisle, are you kidding me? The feed from Mondu. Skillful, silky hands from Carlisle.
Absolutely incredible pass back from Mondu right there from near the face-off dot. Owen Carlisle able to shoot that one off past the right side of Pendleton to make it 2-1 Oklahoma. The Sooners are feeling themselves right now in the second period, but as we saw after that first goal by Fodrell, Oklahoma going to want to make sure that they calm down the net front presence of UCO.
Pendleton was caught out napping on that play. He tried to cut it off and afford some sort of poke check to break up that play, but Carlisle just knew exactly what he wanted to do with it.
Exactly. We've seen him make more difficult saves than that tonight.
Puck unable to be held by Grayson Payne. It's going to allow for a chance here. We're going to get nets off. It's Moorings.
Those nets is a great thing for safety reason for these players here. Also see a lot of junior level hockey played here in Arctic Edge. So of course you don't want those things, stamped on too hard because that can make for unfortunate injuries and collisions, but it does get a little bit more difficult when you're trying to play here, and the net will just kind of skate off of its posts.
The story for the rest of this game is going to be written in this second period. Can OU double their lead before UCO responds and evens things up? That will be left to the players on the ice, but certainly a pivotal moment in this game. Here's a shot blocked by Porter Wolk, and away go the Sooners. Porter Wolk flips it forward, cut off, kept in by Glass, played down low. Sooners going to want to get a change here. They don't elect to. Tristan Glass trying to cut it off, can't. Sykes comes away with it. Dumps it off the boards. Payne almost played it as a high stick there from Oklahoma goes uncalled. Sykes plays it wide. Payne swallows it up in his glove. Some more Bronco players down. Ladies and gentlemen, we're trying our best to keep up with this, with the, amount of extra stuff that happens where the puck isn't. It's hard to follow it. We'll get a replay here, but words exchanged. Arvanitis wanting to suppress that. Take a look at this if we can't see anything, but take a look at it later. See if we can't see anything. Both goals scored by OU freshmen tonight. It's a shot. Reiger gets taken down. I think it's going to take a lot. We're going to stoppage of play. Both goals scored by OU freshmen. Amy, you and I talked about this in the car. We talked about how for the older folks on OU's roster, how they have felt this rivalry for the last 3 or 4 years, however long they've been playing it, and they really get in their own heads about it versus the freshmen coming in. They understand it in the stories that they're told from the players and what they see, but they're kind of fresh into this rivalry to where mentally it doesn't really affect them as much as we have seen it affect the older players on the OU roster. And so what I thought would happen is that the OU freshmen would be the ones scoring and doing the most offensively, and so far that's been correct tonight.
Exactly, especially in this game. Obviously last game, only goal was from Tristan Glass. Stalzer and Thompson both get shoved into the boards there by some Sooners, but like you mentioned, they don't have that kind of the monkey on their back, that hanging over their heads about this matchup. Their first time playing in front of this crowd.
DuPont, fans on his shot. We're going to get penalty here called against UCO. Aaron Best taken down in front of that. We're going to get slash on the Broncos. So another OU power play chance to capitalize on it.
I believe that one's going to be on Dubecki there for UCO. But like we said just before that, looking whiff by DuPont. These younger Sooners don't have that hanging over their heads, and last night it looks like maybe that got a little bit in the way of their playing. Maybe if the older players are telling them how much this rivalry means to them, but tonight it's up to the freshmen, the younger players on this squad to carve out their own history against UCO.
OU didn't get that 5-minute major for that elbowing call, but they have been rewarded with the penalties that have come after that. As they look to cash in on this one, it's a huge moment here in this second period, possibly. I don't like calling game too early in a period like this, but it definitely was one that will dictate for certainty the outcome.
Exactly, a 2-goal lead here would be huge for Oklahoma.
UCO can be a weapon shorthanded, so that's also something the Sooners are going to have to be conscious of. Will Blake plays it over to Motts. Shot played down low, took a deflection. Right around the end boards, Motts has it on the face-off dot. Over to Will Blake. Motts. Blake. Porter Wolk. Kagan. Surveys at the top of the blue line. Porter Wolk rips a shot. That's going to go well over the netting. Heads up down there.
Nice catch.
Great catch by a family right behind Pendleton's net. Despite the snow, and Sooner fans, if you were driving to this game or live in the OKC metro area, that was a heinous blizzard-like snowstorm.
Please be careful on the drive back tonight.
Yep. Good amount of snow on the ground, snow
but a
and
great
ice.
crowd showed out.
Yes.
Of course, UCO
Yes.
a little bit closer to this arena, but a good representation by Sooner fans as well.
Absolutely. So Grayson Payne's going to have to play this in behind his net, fakes a pass, and gets his marker off of him. Tristan Glass to Porter Wolk. Circles, holds up, surveys. Wolk down low to Glass. Glass lost the puck. Mondi immediately first to it, but Will Blake comes away with it. Puck's going to be cut off by Kagan, kept in for the moment. Tristan Glass has it in behind Pendleton. Will Blake. Wolk. Down low, back to Will Blake. Centering feed, shot, loose, rebound. No cigar. Sam Sykes looking to clear it for UCO. Got pestered, lost the puck for a moment. OU comes away with it. Kagan, 45 seconds left on the power play. Shot, tipped, and over the net. That took a deflection off of a UCO defenseman, I believe. Stick broken, that's Will Blake's. Sooners have to get a new man on the ice here. Tristan Glass trying to evade the debris that's along the end boards right now of what's left of Will Blake's stick. Mondu has it in behind the net. Centering feed to Porter Wolk. His shot blocked and into the crowd. I have not seen that happen before where that's gone.
Took an interesting hit. It looked like it hit off around the shin of Stalzer there and flew right and up and over in that little opening.
UCO looks a lot more composed on this penalty kill than they did in the prior one, so Sooners are going to have to put their best work out there with one of their top lines.
Exactly.
14 seconds remaining. Carlisle wins the faceoff cleanly. Fodrell on the half wall, plays it back. Goldstein to McDonald. McDonald's got a rocket. He has used it in the past. Fodrell, one-timer saved by Pendleton. He read it all the way. Took a clean angle. That's going to do it for the power play for Oklahoma. That's stretched all the way down there. They're going to say it was deflected, so no icing. Sooners going to do everything in their power to get to this third period. Without conceding a goal here, as Mondu one-on-one with space. Ben Mondu still fighting with it now. Mondu, centering feed, Carlisle, tight angle shot, saved by Pendleton, puck off its netting. Good chance there by the Quebecois, setting up that chance for Carlisle.
Mondu been great on the assist tonight, but looking to get one of his own. So many good chances. Looks like it'll be Carson Glass on the draw for Oklahoma.
Carson Glass wins it for Oklahoma. Josh Bells has it. Works down low. Centering feed. Missed some bodies. Kagan plays it, took a weird deflection, ended up centering it, but no Sooner was aware. And now sprung forward is UCO. Shot saved by Grayson Payne. UCO unable to come and capitalize on another breakaway. And now there goes the Sooners. Carson Glass caught off sides. Oh, what a chance there. Blaha was wide open on that wing.
I will say, though, after a great save by Grayson Payne, great awareness by Carson Glass. Had a quiet, good game tonight. He was in the perfect place at the right time to kind of keep that rebound out.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of the, call him a glue guy. I like using that term a lot. Carson
Definitely
Glass.
following in the footsteps of his big brother, becoming a central part of this Oklahoma team.
Cervantes comes away with it. Not before it's turned over. He's down in some pain. The other way goes Aaron Best. Aaron Best rips a shot wide.
Right through the legs of Dubecki, though. Good opportunity just wide of the net.
McDonald rips one from the point. Never got to the net. And now the other way goes Guerra. Guerra, shot. Saved by Payne! Another chance here for Dubecki. Blocked away. Grayson Payne with more moves than a snake falling out of a tree on that one. He has stood up on his head tonight.
Another great performance by another great freshman. Like you mentioned, as of late, hasn't seen the starts in as many games, but he is making his case to get some more of those next season. A great job, some incredible saves there as DuPont tangled up with Sam Sykes, it looked like.
Will Blake fighting forward along the end boards. DuPont in there, Sykes, and trying to get a number on that other Bronco player right on the puck. DuPont nearly came away with it. Now Will Blake does, trying to get it in space. Sure, what was said on the Oklahoma bench was stop letting these odd man rush chances happen, because that's how UCO will kill you. And Grayson Payne has been the savior on the last two, but it's not a given that he can get all of them.
Exactly, and it wouldn't be his fault, like you mentioned, if he did let some of those odd man rushes by. Incredibly hard to defend, especially with the speed of UCO. But a great save there, and Oklahoma defense just going to have to front those.
Good save there by Payne on the backhand. Puck out of play. So 2 minutes left. Oklahoma trying to do everything in their power to stop UCO from going into this period knotted up.
In fact, they're definitely on the attack, and both teams, like you mentioned, how this game is probably going to be described, to be defined period by period. And both of these teams definitely came out a lot more energized, ready to go. And Oklahoma so far doing a good job of tampering UCO, but still a minute 51 left.
Motts takes away the faceoff. A puck went out of crossed the blue line, but arm stayed down for the offsides call. It's going to be arbitrary here as OU comes away with it anyways. Fodrell gets taken down. Still stays with the puck. Now to Carlisle, shot! Oh! I thought it went in, but just off the post.
It looks like it deflected. I thought it deflected off the post and went in, but I guess not, and that's one that Sam Pendleton will be, or Cam Pendleton, excuse me, he'll be grateful for. Could have been a great second goal for Carlisle tonight. I could have sworn that one went in. We'll get a look at the replay on that one later. Heartbreaking one for the Sooners, but
Carlisle gets stood up into hard with the puck, so no penalty on that. It was a clean hit. Fodrell at the point, over to Kagan. Kagan, wrist one, rebound loose, cleared away by Rebroker. Blaha can't get to it. Carlisle has it now. Floats one in, rebound for Fodrell. Puck loose, Fodrell couldn't bury it. Pendleton really having a hard time controlling these rebounds. Shot played down by a mitt, and UCO comes away with it. OU still applying pressure to end this second period. Just about 45 seconds left. They'd love to go into the locker room with a 2-goal lead, but would be just as happy to end it up 1. We'll see what happens here as UCO will get a chance. Kagan springs forward, Tristan Glass. Pendleton comes out to play it. Goldstein fires it in. Sooners touch up. Puck gets caught up in the linesman there. Goldstein cuts it down on the half wall. Played softly on his backhand over to Kagan. And now away goes Tristan Glass. Tristan Glass on goal, shot right into the chest of Pendleton. Definitely wanted to have that one again. Another effort there by Best. We'll see if they bring Grayson Payne off. Put an extra attacker on for this face-off.
Only 5 seconds left to try to go up by 2 to end this second period.
Payne's just going to stay in his net for this one. OU not taking the risk.
I think that's a good decision on their part.
5 seconds is still enough time for something funny to happen.
Exactly.
With an empty net, so. Carlisle wins the face-off back to Fodrell. Fodrell rips it right into Sam Sykes, and that will do it for this second period. So the Sooners go into the third and final frame, leading 2-1. What a response and effort there by the Crimson and Cream. Goals from
Fodrell and Carlisle to set off this second period for Oklahoma. What did you see about them in this second period that made the difference?
I just saw the continuation of their efforts offensively and defensively. You know, I wrongfully made the error of thinking that this period would go differently than it did in the first, but OU maintained their composure, which is what we talked about being so important for them. Their offensive prowess, the shots that they put on, the great goaltending by Grayson Payne, the freshman.
Exactly, all the freshmen have made all the difference tonight for Oklahoma. Those 2 goals by Fodrell and Carlisle, and some great saves in net by Grayson Payne. But we'll be back with more third period action and a little update from our desk downstairs before we start this third period. Stick with us right here on OU Hockey TV.
Step right up. Buckle up. The only direction we're headed is... Yep, you get it. Welcome to the one and only Oklahoma.
In some ways, this film is like the university itself.
The one flagship university that has served the state since before there was a state.
Its story is never entirely completed.
Where one scoop of dirt can save thousands of lives. Where one group of biologists are connecting with world-class meteorologists to protect the one world, one planet that connects us all. Whoa, that one literally might land on the moon. But that's fine, because what's stopping us from going up there and getting it? This is a team, a squad, a family, leading a collective pursuit where we share all ideas, embrace thousands of different perspectives, and require every last hand on deck.
Cleared for takeoff.
What else we got? More trophies than you can count? Check. Rhodes Scholars? Check. Largest research engine in the state? Check. The next generation realizing a new American dream? Okay. Actually, it's better than okay. It's OKLAHOMA. It's the strength of many marching under one crimson and cream flag, creating Sooner magic that must be seen to be believed at the one university where one OU family makes up the one and only Oklahoma.
Welcome back, Sooner hockey fans, as OU takes the ice in this third and final frame and the final game of this season for WCHL play. Of course, Sooner fans, if you have not secured your Bedlam tickets yet, now is the best time to do it. Go to the OU Hockey website or any of the social media pages and get your tickets for the Bedlam series that has been dead in every other sport pretty much, but hockey, as they are keeping the torch going in that. That game will be played in Tulsa on March 1st, I believe.
Exactly, at the BOK Center. Always great game. You can always get a doubleheader of hockey followed by the Tulsa team there. It's great to make out the drive, and if you can't, don't worry about it. We'll have it covered live here on OU Hockey TV. But great to see that rivalry live on ice for those two teams.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a game for you, and that is this one right here, right now. Sooners lead 2-1. Full 20 minutes of hockey ahead of us. And we will see what happens at the conclusion of this 20 minutes. Sooners looked great in that second period. Of course, getting 2 goals, they're always going to look great. They conceded one. Grayson Payne trying to poke check on Guerra.
Yeah, and I think Oklahoma also did a good job after that second goal. I'd like to correct myself earlier. Going into intermission, I said the goals were by Fodrell and Carlisle. They were by Porter Wolk, his first of the season, and Owen Carlisle, of course, one of the leaders in points on that team. Both freshmen. Some incredible saves by Grayson Payne, but I think after that first Carlisle goal, or the only Carlisle goal, of this game so far tonight, the Sooners did a great job of really tampering down that UCO offense. Had some incredible shots, but Grayson Payne made some great saves and some great moves by the OU defense, and they're going to look to carry that into this third period.
Broncos spring forward. Rob Broker, first man of the puck, in behind Grayson Payne. Puck played out in front of the net, recovered by Oklahoma. Slippery ice there as it was freshly cleaned by the Zamboni. Jackson Fodrell not getting the momentum he wanted to pursue any sort of offensive inquiries, as Grayson Payne has to play this in behind the net. Nearly turns it over. Puck out in front, swept away by Oklahoma. Dangerous chance there for the Broncos. Nearly had things leveled up just 20 seconds into this. Pendleton comes out and just holds it. See, it's been all freshmen so far for Oklahoma tonight. Sooners will have an offensive zone face-off. Tristan Glass to take it, wins it, plays it forward, shovels it on Pendleton, gets taken down.
Tristan Glass will take the face-off there for Oklahoma.
Getting our microphone formalities worked out here. Pendleton, another face-off, maybe third time's the charm for Oklahoma on this one. We will look to reset again. Couple of whistles blown early, just 50 seconds into this final frame. Sooners lead 2-1.
Yeah, and I think something that Pendleton's trying to do right now, the reason these face-offs have ended rather quickly, I think he's trying to control the rebounds, struggled with that a little bit last period and led to those 2 Oklahoma goals and some good chances. Trying to keep those to a minimum in this third period.
Tristan Glass loses the puck in the defensive zone for Oklahoma, has to tie up his man on the puck. Those Sooners going to the puck first, not sure why. That's going to provide a chance here. Goldstein nearly sprung forward Best on an odd man rush. Now Aaron Best has an angle to it. Couldn't get there in time. Offensive zone chance here. Guerra sets it up for Sykes. Taken away by Oklahoma. Will Blake just touches it out of the zone. Sooners reset. UCO goes off for a change. Redmond comes in hard. Tipped. No icing by Oklahoma. Will Blake's going to pursue on Mondi. Will Blake comes away with it. Nate Payne took a bad angle to it. Didn't know what corner it was going to go to. And that's where we reside in this draw up on the half wall. Puck flung forward. icing's on, but it's not going to have the muscle to get there, so it's waved off. McDonald goes in hard. UCO has to touch up as that's in the skates. We have a Bronco player right on the blue line. Logan Motts flings it in, gets hit. Sooners off for a change. Josh Bell's trying to aggressively forecheck here. Carson Glass looking to cut off Redmond, can't, but the puck does come back to Demanchuk. Kagan, nice stick moves there as Kagan gets stood up into by Redmond. And Pendleton gets taken down by Bells. That's going to be a penalty for Oklahoma. Bells was trying to play the puck, and that's not what Oklahoma wanted, as their leading offender in penalty minutes goes off to the box for tripping. Take another look at this.
And it looks, Bell's just trying to scoop up the puck there as Pendleton went out, trying to keep it out of the zone, and just an unfortunate hit there for Bells. So this will be 2 minutes that we'll see of the Sooner penalty kill. Better than the 4-on-3 that they were faced last time. Able to hold that off pretty well. They saw that in the first period. Going to want to look to replicate that tonight.
Swearingen has stick tied up. Sooners able to get it out and collect. They're going to get UCO for a penalty here. It's going to be a hold. And I think it's a fair call. There's going to be play with a high stick, no penalty, excuse me.
They will face off at center ice.
Thought they might have gotten something for that Swearingen encounter, but
yeah, I think that's what
plate.
Kagan was asking the official about.
Payne takes the face off. Just dances with it in the neutral zone, gets it all the way down the other end of the ice. Sykes breaks out the power play unit for UCO. Plays it forward to Guerra. Guerra's the lone goal scorer here for the Broncos. Puck played all the way around. Nate Payne's going to have plenty of time and space to knock that down. So far, so good on the OU penalty kill.
Yeah, minute 20 seconds, no real good shots for Oklahoma. For UCO. The Sooners are 82.9% on the penalty kill. Looking to maintain that as Mondu's stick got caught up in Sykes there. Looking for a call as Carlisle regroups.
Didn't get the call, but will get the puck and fired all the way down on Pendleton. Has to play that carefully.
Minute left in the penalty kill, the power play for UCO. And the
Sooners
Sooners doing a great job so far of keeping it clean, no real good looks for UCO.
Puck turned over, Mondu had it, fired it right into Dubecki. UCO looking to enter, they can't. Puck held in, Rebroker chases after it, dumps it down low. Motts pursuing on Dubecki. Motts comes away with the puck, fires it all the way down.
And that one, another uncharacteristic pass by UCO. Dubecki, it looks like he almost passed that one right to Motts. Not sure what happened there, but another clear for Oklahoma as UCO tries to regroup with 20 seconds left on the power play.
Puck rimmed all the way around the boards. Collision there by Stalzer. Redmond plays it to Mondi. High slot, overshot, tip, deflected, and knocked down by Nate Payne, who's going to clear it, and that will do it for this Bronco power play. I don't believe UCO got off a single shot as Mondi plays it. 5-on-5 action, turned over. Nate Payne has it. Glass shot, bounces loose. Rebound, unable to cash in was Tristan Glass. Pendleton again having fits with swallowing up rebounds, and that's been producing the offense here for Oklahoma. Ironically enough, they haven't scored on one of those, but as long as those keep coming, OU will continue to have goal-scoring opportunities at the dozen.
Exactly, and going back to that penalty kill that Oklahoma just had, that's exactly how you want to execute it. And UCO this season, only 15% on the power play, sitting at the lower half of the league in that stat. I think it was a combination of both things. Like you said, UCO couldn't really get set up, and I think that was a great job by Oklahoma of just continuously clearing the puck. Didn't give that much time, and now Oklahoma looking to go back dangerous as
McDonald comes away with it, dances to blue line. Rob Roker, stretch pass just evaded him. Now the other way goes Porter Wolk. Wolk dumps it in. Will Blake chases after it. He's got company. Wins the puck. Aaron Best shot over the net. And taken down after the play was Aaron Best. He gets up intact. Porter Wolk. Play down low. Aaron Best has to get off the ice here. Broker. McDonald stepped into by Goldstein, turned over to Will Blake. Will Blake with it now. Will Blake shot. Tipped and out behind Pendleton, not out of play. Mondu trying to service to Carlisle, can't find it, turned over, and McDonald goes the other way. Kagan didn't play it well. Guerra has space, has to hold up for the UCO change. Sykes first man to it, caught up in the linesman. That's not ideal for the Broncos.
Yeah, frustrating for Sykes for sure.
Doucette centers it, shot, Cervantes scores. Broken play there for the Broncos. They even things up. Andrew Cervantes, the California native, gets on the board and evens things up at 2 apiece.
Right from the OU logo, great slap shot there from Cervantes to tie this one up. About 6 minutes into this third and final period, and turn to play, like you mentioned, that would have been a little bit frustrating for them. That was broken up by the linesman kind of getting in the way of that puck and made it work for them. Just
Sooner defense with their first laps in play. I had time to go get a cup of coffee and come back before Cervantes actually loaded up to take that shot. There's a lot of time. And now Thompson with it for UCO. Played off of Payne's pads. Kept in by Dubecki. Shot. Friendly fire there as that hit a Bronco right in front of the net. Puck still held in. Eventually turned over. Nate Payne just trying to play it gently. Eventually gets it off to Jacob DuPont. DuPont rips a shot. Goes high and out of play. So the Sooners will once again have to suppress UCO chances and keep on tacking on what they've already built with their 2 goals they had in the second period.
Yeah, a good look by DuPont there, but looks like it kind of ricocheted off the stick of one of the UCO players. They will take the draw in their own offensive zone. Try to get one back up on UCO.
Porter Wolk, backhand move, played over to Glass, who had a good shot there on his backhand on Pendleton, but unable to find Twine. Couldn't elevate it in the way and likes he would have wanted to on that chance. Puck takes a friendly deflection there for Rebroker. Good job there by Goldstein. Hacked that, played out of the bench. So another chance offensively for UCO as they look to set up on the faceoff dot. Shot 29-18 in favor of the Sooners. 12:53 left in this third and final frame. We are knotted up at 2 goals apiece. Face up, tied up. Sooners come away with it. Motts over to Wolk. Holds up, gets taken down. Sooners have to be careful on their own blue line. McDonald dumps it in. No ice. Wolk first to it for Oklahoma. Ends up kind of hip checking his man as Motts has stood up into. Wolk has to get off the ice here. So that will end that offensive attack for the Sooners. Out forward, turnover, best shot! Sails over the net. Didn't get all of it. Didn't get it where he wanted to either.
I think that one, UCO a little caught off guard there.
Doucette loses the puck. It's cleared by Demanchuk. Broncos have to touch up. Swearingen. Unable to be cleared. Payne just plays it right into his glove. Take a look at that last chance there from Aaron Best. That puck was turned over from an awkward angle, and Aaron Best is trying to one-time that catch Pendleton off guard. And he was kind of falling down when he shot that. Again, didn't really get it in an ideal place. The Broncos fire it into Payne once again. And Swearingen making sure to clear out the dirty laundry in the crease. One of the best senior defensemen on this team, and just been one of those guys that, as will be talked about as a staple of this OU hockey team for many years. As that puck is out of play, heads up down there. The peanut gallery of healthy scratches and non-healthy scratches had to avoid that one, as well as the other part of our broadcasting crew rink side, but all is well.
Yeah, and I think, as you mentioned, Swearingen took a few penalties last night, and whether you think that they were deserved or not, I think he was a little frustrated with himself as Payne makes a great save there.
It was a deflected shot from Stalzer, hit something in front.
Fodrell right there to take away that rebound. But I think Swearingen a little upset with himself with those penalties last night. He's played great so far today.
Carlisle springs it back to Swearingen, plays it forward, tipped and taken away by UCO. Dumped down, no icing. Jacob Rieger first to it. Plays it off his skates, taken away by Thompson. Mondu trying to tie up his man. Eventually gets to the puck, and away goes Owen Carlisle with Fodrell. Fodrell springs forward Carlisle on the saucer pass. Couldn't hit his marker, and it's turned over, knocked down. Sooners touch up and get some fresh bodies on the ice. Taylor, or the Broncos, breaks out, sends a long pass, spanked off the walls. That should be icing, and it is. Carson Glass beats the unknown Bronco player to the face-off dots. It'll be offensive zone face-off for OU, 10:58 left.
And as we see Monticelli making his way over to the face-off dot tonight, his older sister, Peyton Monticelli, in the game for the Oklahoma softball team, had 6 strikeouts tonight, multiple-time national champion, and it's clear that athletic talent runs through that family. So Monticelli's had a great game for himself so far tonight.
Looking to still get his first goal of his career as Goldstein rips that wide. Puck cleared, taken, played back into Pendleton. Shot from distance, so it didn't amount to much. Carson Glass can't cut it off inside the blue line. Still stays with the puck for a moment. Still stays with the puck, does Carson Glass. Good forechecking going on for Oklahoma. McDonald trying to play it across. Where's the puck? Oh, it's all the way down on Payne. We couldn't see that one as Payne skillfully plays it up to Carson Glass. He's going to look to spring forward. A couple of Sooner forwards. Centering feed swept away by Pendleton. Monticelli couldn't get net front in time. Goldstein having to chase hard, gets pushed off the puck. Monticelli fortunately turns it over. And shot from the point, blocked by Monticelli, makes up for his error on that. One-timer by McDonald. Didn't get much at all on it, so the Sooners come off for a change. They got to hurry. Fresh line out there. Puck turned over to Nate Payne. Stumps it in off the boards. Jacob DuPont looking for a lane. DuPont shot goes wide of the net. Tight angle. Blaha with it. Puck mitted down by Motts. Dumped in. Sense the fatigue on both these teams now if we've broken into the back half of this game. Puck turned over. DuPont has it. Plays it off his backhand. Motts shot. Played down low. Rebound. Unable to find a Sooner. And now the other way goes UCO. McDonald, the lone defenseman, as Dubecki goes in. Guerra got taken down. And that's why there wasn't a 2-on-1. Sykes cycles, spins the dot. Motts takes a check, gives a check. I don't know why play was stopped.
Yeah, unsure of the call on that one. Doucette and Motts getting into it a little bit there.
It might have been the net again. When in doubt, it's probably the net. Tired bodies for both teams. That's going to allow for turnovers and mistakes to happen. Either both teams mentally have to be as sharp as a arrow here. Face-off won by Oklahoma, played to Kagan. Wolk trying to bank it off the boards and exit the zone. Puck sprung forward to Aaron Best. Aaron Best has an angle. Aaron Best in on goal, gets tripped up. That should be a penalty shot. I guess we're not calling penalty shots in the ACHA. That's about as clear as day of what a penalty shot should be, but
as the OU players are calling for one as we look back on that, Best got tripped up at the last minute. It's going to be a tripping call,
at this point,
I
what is it going to take to get a penalty shot?
In the ACHA, apparently it's unknown.
Sooners will still take a 2-minute power play.
And the Sooners going to have to once again capitalize on this, as it's Frank Mondi in the box for UCO.
Sooners immediately win the faceoff, look to set up here. Best shot blocked by UCO. Taylor comes away with it. Is unable to clear. Fodril holds it on the blue line. Fodril cycles, plays it down low. Sooners taking their time here. Fodril, a couple of nice moves, loses a man. Puck played down low to Swearingen. Mondu. Carlisle over to Mondu on the faceoff dot. Mondu rips a shot. Pendleton had no problem with it that time. Swallowed it up. No rebound for Aaron Best, who's the marker on the net front. About 30 seconds off of this power play. Just one shot so far for Oklahoma.
Yeah, and you can hear from the OU bench, coaches encouraging them, don't force it. Really
take
wanting
your time.
Exactly,
right.
Take their time, set it up. Minute 30 seconds left in this power play for Oklahoma. Want to try to get the best look they can, as this could be their best opportunity for the rest of the night.
Puck played back to Payne. Gets it just across the blue line and kept in by Fodril. Good stick work there. Just held it in on the blue line. Allows the Sooners to stay in the zone. Mondu circles the dot. Surveys. Drop pass to Payne. Down low to Carlisle. Carlisle centering feed over to Fodril. Couldn't get it on the one time. Fodril off the post. Second chance there. Tip scores! Celebrate Mr. Mondu as the Québécois cashes in on the power play. Sooners lead 3-2.
We're going to get a look at the replay here. Ben Mondu, I mentioned earlier, helping out with the assist, but wanted one of his own. Got a great look there from just outside of the face-off dot. A little bit of a shaky camera here. Got excited up here. At least that's part of the OU booth, and that puts the Sooners ahead 3-2. 7:45 left in this third period. So Oklahoma's going to look to get some more, but as I mentioned earlier, have to be careful of UCO trying to get one back.
These Broncos can answer in the snap of a finger, and they have shown that tonight.
They are one team in this league that is never out of the game, and OU has to be careful of that.
Swearingen tries to play it off the boards and out. Can't. Quickly caught up. Swearingen with it. Skillfully on his backhand over to Porter Wolk. Wolk with a karate hack at it. Actually ended up favoring the Sooners on that. Payne in behind his net. Off his backhand. Just evades the stick of a Bronco. Would have been disastrous. McDonald. Will Blake. Turned over. Sooners recovered. Coach Huberty saying stop doing that. That's what's going to cost Oklahoma here if they keep at it. Just south of 7 minutes in this final frame. OU leads. Porter Wolk fires it in. Will Blake first man to it for Oklahoma. Gets hit hard by Mondi. He's pestered. Doesn't have company with him. Sooners were off for a change. Broncos are fired up, ready to answer. Guerra with it. Turned over in the neutral zone. Will Blake gets to it first. Sooners winning their puck battles well here so far tonight. That's something that Coach Arvanitis preaches on a game basis. Puck fired in, hemmed in. Nate Payne gets Sykes down along the boards. Sooners take it best. Can't clear it. Kagan. This is going to give OU trouble if they continue to cough up their clearance attempts. Kagan does eventually fire it. Springs forward to Aaron Best. Aaron Best on a breakaway. In, on, goal, shot. Oh, and what a save. Still in the offensive zone for Oklahoma. Mondu. Best in some considerable pain. Has to get off the ice, and a 2-on-1 nearly came to fruition. DuPont comes away with it for Oklahoma. And we're going to get a penalty here on UCO as Mondu was being pestered. Again, play away from the puck. Can't really see it when I'm looking at it. We're going to pitch things down to Darby McCormick ringside. Darby, what are your thoughts on this final frame? Darby, what are your thoughts on this third period? We're having some mic difficulties. Seems to be a battery issue, but OU's going to go on the power play. 5:43 left. Still working out our rinkside equipment and stuff for you guys for next season, hopefully setting up shop. Nate Payne over to Fodril. Played down low, banked off the boards, kept in by Carlisle. Carlisle on his backhand over to Tristan Glass. Nate Payne. Fodril, one-timer over the net and out of play. That has a howitzer of a shot. Fortunately, just missed his marker. Sooners desperately wanting to get a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Oklahoma, it feels like, these 1-goal leads, especially against a team like UCO, never safe. A minute 40 left on this power play. Going to want to capitalize here. A 2-goal lead could be essential for OU here.
Payne fires a quick shot, rebound loose in front of the net. Glass down to one knee. Puck still in front of the net and cleared away by UCO. Sooners have to drop back and not allow a shorthanded chance. Dubecki gets taken down in a penalty call against OU. He was breathed on and fell. Yep, Coach Rivalry is saying a makeup call, and it absolutely is. We're going to pitch things down ringside to Darby McCormick.
Guys, this has been probably the best period to stand next to the Scratches. The energy right next to them has been infectious. I have literally been shaking, and I don't even think it's from the cold at this point anymore, because literally just watching this team, just feeling the energy out from the goal that they made during this third and final period has been infectious, and I'm looking forward to the next 4 minutes and 59 seconds left.
Thank you, Darby. Sooners all too familiar with this 4-on-4 game that's been kind of a storyline to be reckoned with here in this game so far. They're going to get about 45 seconds shorthanded as well after it. Aaron Best comes away with it. He's back on the ice in good health. He's got plenty of space to work with. Aaron Best rips a shot, caught in the skates of a UCO defender. Best first man to it. Will Blake. Best needing to get off the ice. He's winded. Tristan Glass steps on in replacement of him. That's just a testament. Aaron Best, one of the best skaters for OU, and if he's winded, you can only imagine what the rest of both teams are feeling right now. This game's been played at such a high pace.
Just incredible to watch him move up and down the ice so quick.
Puck played in behind Grayson Payne on the backhand. Caught up behind the net, taken away by Tristan Glass. Nearly missed Kagan there on his backhand feed. Kagan just fires it off the boards to Porter Wolk. Touches up, slows up. Nearly turns it over again. Wolk banks it off the boards to Logan Motts, who comes away with it. Motts dumps it in, takes a hit up high. Porter Wolk. That puck left the netting, so it'll be an offensive zone faceoff for Oklahoma.
With about 37 seconds left on the penalty kill for OU. Jackson Fodril taking that penalty for OU.
Coach Arvanitas giving it to Tristan Glass, wanted short shifts, and you understand why in this pace of game. You want your guys as fresh as possible on there. He's preaching that. Shorter shifts, keep the blood flowing, but keep your breathing to a minimum. So you want to be calm and composed in these final minutes of this game. Kagan will take the face-off one by OU, can just fire it down, and does. Clearance there for OU. Just under 30 seconds left on this UCO power play.
And to Coach's point, OU has speed on their side, so no matter who they've got out there, they're going to get a fast team, so that's why it's essential to have these quick shifts. So that one somehow stayed in.
Swearingen stands up into his man, but puck played in behind the net. It's off its moorings. Mondu is going to hack at it and clear it. UCO has to touch up, and that should do it for this power play for the Broncos. So OU survives shorthanded once again. Looking to spring forward. Aaron Best is Swearingen. He finds Aaron Best. He's got Payne as an option. Played to Nate Payne. Shot, scores! Nate Payne! Nate Payne doubles the lead for Oklahoma! I don't believe it!
And this right here, not sure what the UCO defenseman was doing there. Wide open, and then able to find that pass to Nate Payne to make it 4-2 Oklahoma with 2:51 left in this third period.
Oklahoma needed that badly. Excuse my voice cracks. With Just under 3 minutes here. Sooners had their lead by 1. It's still
The game's still not over.
Still not out of the writing.
Against this opponent, UCO, but that'll give the Sooners the tiniest bit more breathing room.
Sooners have to be smart defensively, can't allow any mistakes. They just have to keep doing what they're doing. It's not been bad by any means.
Exactly, need to maintain their discipline as well.
Shot played in on Payne. One-timer goes wide of the net. Nate Payne with it again, flips it forward for Will Blake. Glove down by Bronco. Will Blake's being pestered. Ends up just going to pursue this puck the whole way. Will Blake still doesn't have a passing option, but still has the puck. Will Blake gets taken down, ends up falling on it. Puck comes loose. UCO comes away with it, flips it down. Swearingen and Redmond both missed the puck. It's hacked at right on the logo on center ice. Under 2 minutes left. UCO is going to be looking to pull their goalie on any sort of offensive chance here. Pendleton still stays put. Kagan has it, plays it off the boards. Minute 40. 2-goal lead for Oklahoma. Pendleton's going to go on this rush once the Broncos get it in, and he does. No, he doesn't. He stays put. Carlisle has it. Mondu hacks at it. Cut off and taken away by Owen Carlisle. Sooners have space. Fodril with it. Rips a shot! Glove save. Rebound for Mondu. No luck there. Precious seconds killed on the clock. UCO trying to get something going here. Dubecki skates around a man.
Goalie pulled for UCO.
Dubecki falls down, puck in behind a Payne. Payne has it. Whistle eventually does get blown, and Payne gets sat on by a Bronco.
And now there'll be a fight breaking out in front of the net.
We hope Grayson Payne's okay. He's still down. Yeah, he is. He gets up on his own power, but that's a weight of a 190-pound human being falling on you when you're...
I think that play was blown dead a little too late. Like you said, he had the puck underneath him. As UCO, I was wondering when they were going to pull their goaltender now. Just 59.4 seconds left in this game. It's time for desperation, and this is when Ogie needs to play their best defense. They've been playing great all night, but this is when they need to dial it to the next level.
So 59, we'll call it a minute left. Empty net, 2-goal lead for Oklahoma. Extra attacker on for UCO. Both teams, there's a discussion happening. I'm not sure as to what it's going to be towards. Faceoff's going to be held in the neutral zone, so that's
a win for Oklahoma.
A huge win, and I'd like the reason why. We're not going to get it, but
we're going to get a look at this replay.
Where a chirp in the
Payne,
bench.
His goal up here, went up the ice, received the pass, and able to get it. And that's the difference so far in this game. Put the Sooners up by 2, and a great celebration there behind the net. And that could end up being the difference here in this game, as the refs still discussing.
Yeah. Lots of discussion. I'm going to cover my microphone for just a second, as the Broncos have stepped in front of the OU bench, and with as classless and as tasteless as their players are, they're living up to that. Faceoff's going to be put back into the OU zone. So, minute to go. Owen Carlisle, huge faceoff here. UCO comes away with it. Sooners lose a stick, and away is Nate Payne. Nate Payne in, on, goal, shot, scores! Seventh heaven in Edmond, as the Oklahoma Sooners will come away with the victory. And for the first time in 5 years, OU says good morning, good afternoon, and good night, UCO Broncos.
And it might be the Bronco barn, but it is the Sooners' house tonight. Oklahoma walking away with a 5-2 win. 48 seconds left in this third and final period, and the UCO faithful seem to be
hitting
walking
the traffic.
out.
Yeah, you want to beat it. Go ahead.
Yeah, seem to be
35 gets jammed up this time. Go ahead and beat it.
Like to stick around after last night's game, but it looks like when things don't go their way, happy to hit the exits early. This will break that losing streak for Oklahoma. Years in the making, and this team is fired up.
Folks, this win for Oklahoma, Josh Bells gets stood up into. He's going to go after, and here comes the everything. We're just going to let the crowd noise play this out. Drop, Swearingen's going at it. We're going to get a goalie fight. We're going to get a goalie fight. Grayson Payne drops the mids, and it's chaos. Payne hits a right-hand jab on Pendleton. Payne delivering blows. Grayson Payne giving it to Pendleton. Connects, knocks down Pendleton. What a fight. Fights everywhere.
And this is something we have never seen before here. And Grayson Payne is fired up for the Sooners, and that's how much this rivalry means to these two teams, to these OU fans.
What's funny is everybody has smiles on their face in both teams. You saw the handshake between Payne and Pendleton after that fight. Payne's got a bloody lip.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of maybe a lost tooth there, but OU rallying up their crowd here.
Josh Bells bleeding from the head, fired up. Everybody's fired up. We finally get a full-out line brawl here. After this, fighting not allowed in the ACHA, but we've seen it happen with a lot of different rivalries. This one being probably one of the biggest in the ACHA. Surprised
Exactly.
it took so long.
Yes, and I think finally all spilled over for both of these teams. And I think OU Grayson Payne's going to head off the ice. Waving goodbye to the UCO fans.
Goodbye, Grayson Payne.
Taking a bow as well. Just the cherry on top for him.
Soak it up, buddy. Soak
make
it up.
his way back as he gets a hug from one of the OU scratches.
Cameron Kohlberg. Face-off taken by OU. Doucette and Glass going at it for a moment. A huge collision there. Penalty, and here's the more extracurriculars we were waiting to see. Will Blake dropping the gloves with Rebroker. They're going to have to just call this game for the safety of all these players. You're just going to hit someone on the boards like that. You know what the narrative is. And a discussion here between Arvanitas and the players.
And the UCO head coach trying to rile his players down from having an argument. Looks like another Bronco going to be escorted off the ice into the penalty box. McDonald there.
Half the OU team, half the UCO team in the penalty box.
Not going to be any players left to play the game if we keep going at this rate.
Ideally, the faceoff's just one and the puck sits for however many seconds. And Blaha trying to start it again with Tristan Glass and just gets up into him. Tristan Glass not going to take a liking to that. Blaha trying to go after his ankles. Glass rips off the helmet. Blaha is punching the referee.
He's taken down by the ref there. Blaha at center ice. And the Sooners are content to just finish this game.
Right.
As they do let time expire on the clock. And that'll do it.
The Oklahoma Sooners come out victorious in Edmond. Sooners win 5-2.
BCV hyping up the crowd. A huge win for Oklahoma in this Sooner program for the first time as Bells and the boys in the box. Rocking the net, being held into the penalty box. Unsure why. Maybe waiting until UCO clears the bench, gets off the ice. However, the UCO players were allowed to leave their penalty box.
This handshake line's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
They were shorthanded on their roster for quite some time, and they eventually added some more bodies to their roster towards the back half of the season to close things out.
Exactly, and as you know, with always for that team, they're going to reload in the offseason. Always make a great effort. Definitely gave the Sooners a big fight, but tonight it's Oklahoma who will walk away with the W and win this one.
So that's where we will end things for tonight's stream. We thank you for tuning in to OU Hockey TV. I'm Christian Markey, alongside me, Amy Acevedo, as we bid you adieu. Sooners win 5-2.